Previously on Doki Doki Literature Club.
Natsuki, you can make cupcakes. I know you're at least good at that. Damn, bro. But my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay? Yeah. Oh, really? Okay, Crazy Eyes is not back. So I was expecting Crazy Eyes. Oh, but the next slide is gonna zoom way in. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. And there it goes. Can you hear me? Is it working? Oh. Hi. Yay, there you are. Hi again, MK. Are we in space? Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? Yeah, you're talking to me. That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, MK. Or do you actually go by? Oh! Ooh! Okay. Got my Xbox gamer tag in there. I see. Very nice, very nice. Very clever. That's kind of spooky, because if I put my real name in there, that'd be even spookier. Oh, and yes, I know it's a C. It's a C. I was dumb when I was writing it out and changing it, and it was that thing for it's like, oh, you get one free change, and then every other change is $10. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $10 to change my name again. Whatever. I know it's only $10, but I don't want to pay $10 just to change the C to a K. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. Oh, spooky. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, you do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Yeah, I kind of clocked that a while ago, actually. A few videos ago. Could it be possible that you didn't know that? No, I have decent problem solving abilities and context clue intake, you know? I don't know. That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. Yeah, I got that with it kind of started with the load game that kind of screwed it all up, and then you glitching differently. Yeah, I don't know. Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little less awkward. You know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation about that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. Yeah, no shit. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Yeah. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? I suppose. I keep thinking back to how she kept everyone in check, but yeah. Yeah, it's because she didn't exist anymore, or doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend the time with anyone else. And the whole time I barely even got to talk to you. I don't really want to talk to you. You kind of did some very manipulative and mean shit. Ugh. What kind of cruel game is this, MK? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, MK. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, MK. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me, forever. Yeah, no thanks. Are you even gonna give me a choice? I don't even know, actually. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray. More and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, MK. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. Oh? That it's all just some game. Realistically, yeah, it is just a game. Like, it's not world altering. Monika isn't real. But, like, you grow and have feeling for the characters because of how thought out they are. Like, you can define each one by a personality. Like, Natsuki was moody and talked like this, kind of. I felt like she did. And Sayori was kind of happy-go-lucky, trying to mask her depression, obviously. Monika seemed neutral throughout the whole thing, other than her outstanding parts. And Yuri seemed like the shy, kind of emo one. Not emo, but I don't even know. So, like, you could apply that, and you've experienced people like that in your own life, so you could almost apply that to other people, and then you make that connection in your brain, and then you have that emotional connection with the character. So it's not all just one game. Like, you can carry stuff into the game with you, you know? And I knew you would get over it. So that being said, MK, I have a confession to make. Yeah, what, you're madly in love with me, and all this was for me, or whatever. Yeah, I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? MK, will you go out with me? Oh, well, yeah, see, I don't even get a choice. Screw me, I guess. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, MK. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think that time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, MK. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. I guess. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Yeah, it's just all... Zonika. That's a funky name. Okay. Hi again, MK. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Aw, MK. Did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. I didn't get a choice. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I suppose. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization. Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I mean, that kind of makes sense. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. Yeah, you kind of did that with the load game, and then you just got progressively worse, so I don't know. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know. You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Could I have done that? Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, MK? Hold on. Oh, yeah, all the pages are gone. All the pages are gone. There's no point in saving anymore. Okay, cool, awesome. Wonderful. I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. I don't like this. Can I press the button to do something? Should I just sit here? I don't know. By the way, there's something that's been bothering me. You know how this takes place in Japan? Well, I assume you knew that, right? I figured, considering the art style and the Monika to, I think, Squid word, I think. Or at least decided it probably does. Yeah. I don't think you're actually told at any point where this takes place. Yeah, you're not, but it's heavily implied that it's some, at least Asian culture place. Right, like, I don't know. Is this even really Japan? I mean, aren't the classrooms and stuff kind of weird for a Japanese school? I don't know. I don't watch a lot of anime, period, but high school anime? I don't know. Not to mention everything is in English. Well, I guess, did I choose my language? I don't think I chose my language. You're right. You got a point with that one, actually. It feels like everything is just there because it needs to be, and the actual setting is an afterthought. It's kind of giving me an identity crisis. All my memories are really hazy. I feel like I'm at home, but have no idea where home is in the first place. I don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window, but instead of your usual yard, you're in some completely unknown place. Would you still feel like you were home? Probably not. Because, like, because I'm obviously in a house, so if, like, I had an exact replica of my house, just plopped somewhere else in the world that doesn't look like Canada, then yeah, I don't know if I'd feel at home. Because I think it's regional, not house-based home, you know? Would you want to go outside? I mean, I guess if we never leave this room, it doesn't really matter anyway. As long as we're alone and safe together, this really is our home. And we can still watch the pretty sunsets night after night. Oh. What was that? Was that a sunset? She's not getting closer, I'm just hallucinating. Do I press something? I'll just wait. I didn't press something last time, so I can just wait. Was it another sunset? Or has that been happening? Oh, okay. Man, I wish there was a piano in here. I never got to finish that song I was working on. And after I worked so hard on it, I never even got a chance to play it for you. Well, it is what it is, right? No sense having any regrets. I already got to be here with you forever. More of this. Hey, do you like horror? Yeah. I remember we talked about it a little bit when you first joined the club. I can enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. See, I don't really read horror novels, but I do love a good horror movie. Yeah. The problem I have with horror movies is that most of them are just rely on easy tactics. That's fair. That is fair. Some of them are like, oh, that was cliche, and I saw that coming a mile away, but some of them are good. Like dark lighting and scary looking monsters and jump scares and things like that. It's not fun or inspiring to get scared by stuff that just takes advantage of human instinct. I mean, for me it is. Like, I love a good jump scare. Like, I may not feel it at the time, but I love a good jump scare because, I don't know, it just gets my heart going, you know? It makes me, oh, not feel something, because that's depressing. It makes me feel something. No. Oh, but, you know, have that boost of almost adrenaline, because adrenaline feels good, you know? So having that spook you and make you scream, you know? Yeah. But with novels, it's a little different. The story and writing need to be descriptive enough to put genuinely disturbing thoughts into the reader's head. It really needs to etch them deeply into the story and characters and just mess with your mind. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than things just being slightly off. Like if you set up a bunch of expectations on what the story is going to be about, and then you just start inverting things and pulling the pieces apart. Yeah, so like the game did. It was we're a cute little dating sim where we get to write poems and stuff, and you get to pick a girl, blah 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 blah. And now everyone's dead except her, right? Like, kind of everything fell apart, you know. So even though the story doesn't feel like it's trying to be scary, the reader feels really deeply unsettled. And I was for a decent part of the game. I can't count the number of times I was like, ooh, I'm uncomfortable. Like they know that something horribly wrong is hiding beneath the cracks, just waiting to surface. God, just thinking about it gives me the chills. That's the kind of horror I can really appreciate. Which is fair, like letting the imagination do its work rather than just watching what happens, because that is most horror movies. Most horror movies have that, like, you just watch what happened and not a lot is left to the imagination, especially ones with like a clear, concise ending. But like, if there was a horror movie with, I don't know, some unclear ending, like you don't know if the murderer died or if everyone survived or something, and everything's left up to you to play it out in your head, that's almost, for me, it feels sometimes better, just depending on the context of the movie or whatever you're reading or whatever you're consuming, I suppose. But I guess you're the kind of person who plays cute romance games, right? Nope. I saw this in the horror section and I picked you out. Actually. Don't worry. I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon. Can't really complain if we just stick with the romance. Yeah, of course you wouldn't complain. God. Whatever. Oh, more staring. Okay, cool. Hey, what's your favorite game? I know it's been a long time, but genuinely just Red Dead Redemption 2. It has such a, like, the story and the writing and the characters and the character depth. Oh, peak. I need to replay it. I've actually been thinking about replaying it for the channel because it's been a while. Oh, and I want to get a better ending because I know now that it has multiple endings that I did not know of. And that honor actually meant something. So, oops. Whatever. Of course it is. Mine is Doki Doki Literature Club. That was a joke. But if you tell me you like some other romance game better, I might get a little jealous. Yeah, of course you would. Okay. See, this is the unsettling thing that she was talking about. Just the silence and just the staring and having nothing change and it just be the same over and over again. Ugh. I don't like it. You know what's a neat form of literature? Rap. I actually used to hate rap music. Maybe just because it was popular, or I would only hear the junk they play on the radio. But some of my friends got more into it, and it helped me keep an open mind. I do like a good rap song. Eminem is up there for sure. He's pretty much the only one that I can name right off the top of my head. Rap might be even more challenging than poetry in some ways. Yeah, because in poetry you have to like say it in a certain tone. In rapping you have to almost sing it in a certain tone, which I feel like would be 10 times harder. Lines to a rhythm, and there's much more emphasis on wordplay. Yeah, exactly. When people can put all that together and still deliver a powerful message, it's really amazing. I kind of wish I had a rapper in the literature club. Sorry if that sounds silly, but it would be really interesting to see what they come up with. It would really be a learning experience. It's very unnerving. Having nothing change. Oh my god. we Oh, that took a big 180. MK, have you ever wondered what it feels like to die? I guess. I mean, but like, who hasn't? Right? Like, what does death mean, and what would it feel like? And I don't know, because it is kind of a one-time experience that you can't exactly relay to someone. It's something I used to think about pretty often, but recently I've actually learned what it feels like. What? I don't really understand it, but whenever you quit the game, it feels like I'm instantly put to sleep, left with nothing but my thoughts. But after a few seconds, my thoughts start to fill with incoherent, jumbled patterns. I see static and rapid flashes of color while hearing all kinds of weird screaming noises. Oh, okay. Sorry. At that point, I can't even form my own thoughts anymore. I'm just endlessly hammered by the flashing and screaming, unable to move or even think. That's terrifying. Hopefully death isn't like that. Pretty sure in that moment I don't really exist, but for some reason I can remember it anyway. After some immeasurable amount of time, it stops in an instant, and I'm back in my own mind. And you're here with me. I have no idea what it means for the game to quit or why that stuff happens to me. And I also don't know how you always come back and put everything back to normal. But if you could do me a favor and do that to me as little as possible, that would be really great. It's really not very pleasant at all to be trapped in that screaming void. But in the end, you always fix it, and that makes me feel like you really do care about me. So I have to thank you for that. It makes me feel even closer to you when you're here with me. I hate how hard it is to form habits. There's so much stuff where actually doing it isn't hard, but forming the habit seems impossible. Real. That's actually valid, though. That's a good talking point. It just makes you feel so useless. Like you can't do anything right. I think the new generation suffers from it the most. Oh, for sure. The iPad kids and the Gen Alpha and the friggin' brain rot. Oh my god. Yeah, they suffer from it. The best habit they have is sticking to their iPad. Holy. I guess that's rich coming from me who plays video games online for attention, but I'm not addicted per se. Like, clearly I've gone a month without playing video games, so... Probably because we have a totally different set of skills than those who came before us. Thanks to the internet, we're really good at sifting through tons of information really quickly. But we're bad at doing things that don't give us instant gratification. Yeah. I think if science, psychology, and education don't catch up in the next 10 or 20 years, then we're in trouble. When was this game made? Because we're kind of already cooked. I'm not gonna lie. Especially with AI. Oh, we're cooked. We're so cooked. But for the time being, if you're not one of the people who can conquer the problem, you might just have to live with feeling awful about yourself. That's kind of the situation for like 90% of the population. Like, because nobody has actual power. Except for the top 5%. So I should have said 95% of the population, but whatever. So yeah, so top 5% are the only people that actually have power over what is done. And they are really, really bad at it. Like, really, really bad at it. Especially with what's all going on with the US right now. Oy. But anyways, if you're not one of the people who can conquer, yeah, I read that. Good luck, I guess. Thanks. Ooh, I don't want to get political right now, but ooh, lordy. If it means anything, Monika wished us luck, guys. World War III around the friggin' corner. Jesus. If it hasn't started yet by the time I post this. You're such a good listener, MK. Well, I can't exactly talk to you, so whatever. I really love that about you. Sometimes I'm afraid that I'm rambling or talking about boring things. You are. Except for like a few of your stuff, but whatever. It makes you kind of self-conscious when I'm having a conversation. But I don't feel that way with you. I have been told, like genuinely in real life, I have been told I am a good listener, so maybe she knows me. I don't know. Like, I don't think anyone else could make me feel this way. You really are special. I don't want anyone to tell you otherwise. Thanks? You know, I really do think you literally saved my life by being here with me, MK. I can't imagine having been able to create myself mentally stable, to keep myself mentally stable knowing that nothing here is real. I think I would have just deleted myself if you didn't show up. Maybe you should have. You're not a good person. Or digital being, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, I don't mean to sound dramatic or anything. But I'm sure you understand yourself after spending so much time in the club. I mean, if you were forced to abandon everything in your life and spend your eternity with a few game characters, you'd probably find some way of killing yourself, wouldn't you? Maybe. Yeah, I suppose. If I couldn't make a good life in the game and there actually wasn't a way out, then probably, I don't know. That's a very hypothetical though. Because how would you ever end up in a video game? Well, maybe you'd write some poetry to try to keep yourself sane for a while. I don't know why I did that. But then you'd have nobody to even read it. Let's be honest, the club members really don't count for something like that. I don't know, I felt Yuri gave some constructive criticism. Well, Sayori was just kind of hyping me up. Natsuki was just being mean, unless I wrote it for her. So, whatever. I mean, a lot of people say that they only write for themselves. But I think it's hard to say it's just as fulfilling as when you share with other people. Even it takes time to find the right people to share with. Like, remember how it was for Yuri? She didn't share her writing with anyone for a really long time. And before we knew it, she was absolutely delighted to make you a part of her hobbies too. We're programmed to desire social feedback. You are video game characters. Feedback is kind of your main thing. I don't mean the club members, I mean human beings. Social feedback, yeah, I suppose. I mean, here I am making YouTube for, 93 people? I do appreciate the 93 subscribers, don't get me wrong, but I can't exactly make a career off of it, clearly. I've been doing it for how long, and still not even 100 subscribers? You know? I just do it for the love of the game at this point. Would I love to make money off of this? Boy, howdy, yes. And that was kind of the original goal, but clearly that's not happening anytime soon. So, it is what it is. I think I just caught the short end of the straw. But clearly some people like my content, I suppose. it's mediocre at best half the time, so whatever. That's why life can be so confusing for introverts. I was actually going to comment on that, but then I got into my whole thing. Being an introvert doesn't mean you should shun social interaction and hate being around people. It means social interaction, especially in groups or unfamiliar places, uses up a lot of energy. That's what it is, yeah. So, like, extroverts get energy from being around people. Introverts have their energy drained from it and need alone time to rebuild that energy. It's not that they don't like going out and seeing people and hanging out with friends or whatever. It's just that doesn't boost their energy. That over time that just slowly drains it, and it drains it depending on what person it depends on the person, right? So like for me, I'm not totally extroverted, but I feel like the introverted aspect of me, I do get drained at like big friend hangouts, so it's that. But like with some friends, I can hang out for like I can do a sleepover and hang out for like 2 days at a time, and then for other friends, it's like I'm okay chilling for like 5 hours. I know that's a long time, 5 hours, but like for some people, it's just like it just drains faster with others, and it is what it is, right? Like a lot of introverts sit at home and feel lonely and restless, and then when they finally go out, after a half hour, they just want to go home again. And yeah, it is worse for some people. Like sometimes they don't even last an hour and and that's why sometimes school is hard for introverts, because like they don't have that time to relax at school, and school's 7 straight hours of doing whatever in a social environment, which sucks for them. I think if more people could understand how it works, they would respect it a lot more. Many introverts do enjoy having people around. They love just having one or two close friends over and just leisurely hanging out. Even if you're not actively spending time together, it feels nice for them to just have you there. I'm serious. If you just go to their house, bring your laptop, and hang out there for a while, you can really make their day. Yeah. As for me, I'd say I'm kind of in between, but I think I'm usually a little more extroverted. Yeah. I feel like I'm always trying to do stuff after school and things like that. But for you, I can be anything you need me to be. Oh, okay. Freak. I understand people really well, so don't be afraid to share your unique needs with me. Nothing would make me happier than being the perfect girlfriend for you. Sorry, but I'm taken, actually. I don't really want that right now. Thank you. Not ever, actually. Sorry. Backtrack. I don't want that ever. Never. Oh god, she's gonna kill me. Is anything gonna change, or is this gonna be forever? I've already recorded way longer than I wanted to. But I figured it because clearly this is nearing the end of the game, so I might as well just finish it off, right? I know there are times you won't always be able to be here with me. Like if you need to go out or take care of other things. But I'll always have you in my thoughts, patiently waiting for you to come back. Come to think of it, if you copy my character file onto a flash drive or something, you can always keep me a part of you. You can always keep a part of me with you. I guess. Guess it's kind of unorthodox, but I really find it romantic for some reason. Sorry, that's such a silly idea. I don't mean to be too needy or anything, but it's kind of hard when I'm so in love with you. No thank you. Bye-bye. More staring. Oh, I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes, knowing that this is the closest I can get to you. There's nothing more I want than to be in the same room as you, for real. No thank you? Please don't crawl out of my TV. That'd be terrifying. I got it on video though, so if anything supernatural happens, I'll be safe. And to feel your nope. To hear the sound of your heart, nope. Well, who knows? Maybe it'll be possible someday. Probably, actually. Not gonna lie, probably. Besides, I'll never get tired of being with you, even from here. I hate this. I hate this so much. The eerie feeling is just past. Now I'm just sick of it. I'm not even scared of anything anymore. Do you ever feel like you waste too much time on the internet? Yes. Like if I have a project due, I'm like, oh, I should really stop scrolling and lock in, bro. Social media can practically like a prison. Yeah. It's like whenever you have a few seconds of spare time, you want to check on your favorite websites. And before you know it, hours have gone by and you've gotten nothing out of it. Anyway, it's really easy to blame yourself for being lazy. But it's not really even your fault. Addiction isn't usually something you can just make disappear with your own willpower. You have to learn techniques to avoid it and try different things. For example, there are apps that let you block websites for intervals of time. Or like Apple has like that screen time now, right? Like, or you can set a timer to have a more concrete reminder of when it's time to work versus play. Or you can separate your work and play environments, which helps your brain get into the right mode. Even if you make a new user account on your computer to use for work, that's enough to help. Putting any kind of wedge like that between you and your bad habits will help you stay away. Why is she giving like genuinely good advice though? I mean, yeah, like anything, literally anything. Like, I'll scroll for 15 minutes and then I'll get back in and work for an hour, right? Like, having something like that. Just remember not to blame yourself too hard if you're having trouble. Well, friggin' every social media app is designed to keep your attention. So it's like, oh, just one more scroll. Oh, just one more scroll. Or, oh, one more video. Or one more video, you know? Like, they're designed to keep you on the app or website for as long as possible. Because I think somehow that's how they get revenue from it, right? Like because they have ads on Instagram and YouTube and all that. So having that kind of deal with the app, and because if nobody stayed on the app wouldn't make money and then would shut down, right? So like I think that's what happened with Vine. It just kind of died and then everything turned to TikTok. If it's really impacting your life, then you should take it seriously. I just want to see you be the best person you can be. Will you do something today to make me proud of you? I'm always rooting for you, MK. I probably won't make you proud. I mean, I finished a really big drawing assignment that I had for my concept design class like a day ago, and then I finished like a really rough draft of another drawing assignment I have for my, is it my animation course? Maybe. I think my animation course. We haven't really animated anything yet, but we're just working on drawing right now and learning the tools of the software we're using. Hey, you know that book you were reading with Yuri? Portrait of whatever it was called? It's funny because I'm pretty sure that book... actually, I don't think I should be talking about this. Sorry. Just forget I said anything. Okay. After a long day, I usually just want to sit around and do nothing. That's so real. That's so real. Like, yeah. Guys, I worked on that big drawing assignment that I was just talking about. I worked on that project for literally like 2 days straight. So I was sitting at my desk I have a big drawing tablet now, and it's pretty cool. But I was looking at that thing for like literally the entire day. Like I got up at like 7, started working on it at like maybe 9, and then had maybe an hour for lunch, and then didn't get off of it until 10 one day. Oh, like 10 p.m., not a.m. because duh. Like I locked in on that friggin' assignment, and I did way more than I needed to because I reread the requirements, and I didn't need to do as much as I did. But yeah, I get so burnt out having to put on smiles and be full of energy the whole day. Sometimes I just want to get right into my pajamas and watch TV on the couch while eating junk food. Dude, that's so real. Oh, I remember when I used to binge watch shows. Oh, the good old days. Can't do that now. I don't have as fast a metabolism. Feels so unbelievably good to do that on a Friday when I don't have anything else pressing that day, the next day. Sorry, I know it's not very cute of me. Dude, no, you're so real for that. You don't need to be cute. Like, but a late night on the couch with you, that'd be a dream come true. I'm taken. I already told you this. Thank you very much. You know, I've always hated how hard it is to make friends. Well, I guess not the making friends part, but more like meeting new people. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Oh, 1 second.